We start off by wishing Eco Oil and Gas a happy birthday for a one-year celebration of its listing on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Its Chief Executive is Gil Holzman, who joins us now. Gil, welcome.
Thank you very much,
As I
Jeremy.
say, happy birthday because it is that one-year anniversary since that listing.
Yeah, actually in 2 days we're going to celebrate exactly 1 year, and the boy is growing independently and walking by himself and is growing very good.
Well, it sounds really good. You're offshore Namibia, and I understand offshore Namibia is possibly one of the best places to be at the moment. That's certainly your argument, isn't it? Give us some more detail.
Actually, it's one of the last real new frontiers of oil and gas exploration in the world, with some very big resources potential or reserve potential. It's been developing only for the past 2.5 years, since the end of 2009, where some Brazilians, HRT, Petrobras, crossed the Atlantic into Namibia because of the similar geology between the two countries, from both sides of the Atlantic. We had some AIM companies going there, Chariot Oil and Gas and Tower, and now the entire offshore licenses are taken by small and medium-sized companies exploring for oil. The potential is well over 20 or 25 billion barrels of oil.
20 to 25 billion barrels of oil?
Yes, still yet to be proven. However, one big real discovery offshore Namibia, hopefully in the next year, when we see spudding of at least 4 to 6 wells, will further attract the big players like BP, which is already active in the area, like Tullow Oil, which operating the Kudu gas field, and probably Exxon, Shell, and the big guys of the world.
What period are you at the moment now? What point have you reached?
As you know, we are fairly young, just 1 year on the road. Sure. We just completed acquiring the entire 2D lines that we needed all over our 3 different blocks. We finished processing it, and we finished analyzing it, and we have, on our 3 blocks alone, we have at P50 best estimate 18 billion barrels of oil.
18 billion barrels.
Where one half block with 1.1 billion, and additional 2 blocks with 7.6 billion barrels and with 9.4 billion barrels. So we're looking at a very, very significant kind of play. We're now entering into a phase when we are planning, together with our farming partner PGS and Seacrest, the E&P arm of PGS named Azimuth Limited, we are now planning the 3D survey for next year.
Just so investors know, we're talking here about 3 areas: Guy, Sharon, and Cooper, correct?
We're talking about 3 blocks in Wallabies Basin. Wallabies Basin is considered to be the oil kitchen of Namibia. You have Orange Basin down to the south, where you have the proven discovery of Kudu gas field. However, it looks more like a gas land, probably with some oil potential further in the depth. However, Wallabies Basin, where we are focusing, and HRT are in, and Tower from AIM, Repsol, Pan-Continental from Australia, and Global Petroleum, we are all focusing on the oil kitchen in Wallabies Basin. We have 3 different kind of plays there, 3 blocks, named after our kids: Sharon, Guy, which is my boy, and Cooper, which is our COO's son. And all 3 different types of plays, 2 structural, 1 stratigraphic, and we're going to 3D them in the next year.
What about the funding? Where are you? Because we have $8 million in cash, I believe, on the balance sheet. Is that
At the moment, we have $8 million in cash. We just finished a small private placement round a week ago for $3.5 million at a premium to the market at 40 cents. We raised $3 million when we launched the company. We raised $6 million along the way, and we have a $10 million commitment from PGS dedicated to the 3D program. So we are well financed for the 3D program.
Okay, so it'll take you up to that point then, and then what? You then look up partners, presumably?
Yeah, each well there, you need a lot of horsepower and you need a lot of IQ from the bigger players of the industry in order to drill a good exploration well there. Hopefully, by the time we complete shooting and processing the 3D, we'll be in a position to open a data room and to invite the next big players to come and carry the work with us and drill the well with us.
What do you say about Namibia as a place to be in terms of the government and their help and assistance and just really their basic support for what you're doing?
I've been working in many jurisdictions in Africa and elsewhere, Eastern Europe and elsewhere. Namibia is by far the best jurisdiction to work in. It's the most stable, the most democratic, the most transparent country in Africa. We call it Switzerland of Africa, some call it Africa for beginners, but in any case, Namibia is very stable, very transparent, and very investor-friendly place to work in. I can tell you that the Namibian government, the Ministry of Mines and Energy, will support every foreign investor, every foreign company, every international company to come and further develop their oil and gas industry. They are very supportive in that sense.
Lastly, what's the investment case then now? You've outlined where you're going over the next year or so with your 3D, and you've got the money in the bank. What's the investment case though now? Because we still don't know just how much of that 18 billion barrel potential is actually going to be recoverable.
That's very right. 2013 is going to be hopefully a transforming year for Namibia. We're going to see at least 4 to 6 new exploration wells going down the water as of January 2013. We're going to have HRT drilling there. They have a rig already ordered for 280 days to cover 4 wells, some in Orange Basin, some right next to us in Wallabies Basin, right in the middle of our 3 blocks. You're going to see Repsol, which is considered to be a very good West Africa explorer out of the majors. They just farm into Tower, and they're going to spud a well sometimes during 2013. Chariot hopefully are going to drill their 3rd well in the middle of 2013 in the central blocks in Wallabies Basin. So there will be a lot of activity in and around our area, hopefully with at least 1 or 2 active hydrocarbon systems or petroleum system discoveries. Of course, it will affect our share price very, very, very dramatically, because at the moment we are the cheapest option for offshore Namibia. At the moment we are by far the cheapest option. We were traded at $1.30, I think it was half a year ago, and on the back of Chariot, unfortunately, 2 dry wells, we deteriorated to 35 cents now, but you know, there's a lot of growth potential. Potential
upside.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. It's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, Gil Holzman. He's the CEO of a company which is 1 year old in the Toronto Stock Exchange. It's drilling, as you heard, they're all going for 3D and offshore Namibia. That's Gil Holzman from Eco Oil and Gas.
Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Thank you.